ooh, the Chibi is also a murderer? It's like, this anime is like, wait, can the Chibi is also a body snatcher? Can transform or something? Why not, I guess? It's very magical, right? That's what, again, the second half with the other girl was like, she has a magical eye, I guess, can see through stuff. And of course, Chibi was searching for her sapphire, so I have to go back to that, right? But, certainly it's like, oh, yeah, it's not a person that can change body or something. What? Wasn't that the weird one? To me, this is weird because wasn't that the werewolf power? Like, I was thinking that he's a werewolf. Because he's a werewolf, he can change, body. It's like a transformation thing. So I was like, that's why he can, change bodies. While the other guy has the super hearing. Oh, I can hear your heartbeat and so on. He's like the hearing power guy, the tentacle from the ears. Yeah, he had that power. But apparently she can also change body because obviously the detective wasn't there. Or something else in that motion. Astral projection, who knows, right? One thing though I felt was kind of funny is that the anime presented it, you're supposed to figure out that he was blind on one eye because of the eye, the knife thing to the eye. And I was like, sure, I mean, this general sense, certainly. But it really was like, all the hints was that the little girl, the Chibi, is like, yeah, really wrong, woo, And you're like, yeah, have you ever met like a little Chibi that's super... She's very erratic, right? It must be my cousin. Very erratic, very unpredictable. So it's hard to watch a little Chibi because she runs around all the time and she's like super ginky, right? Not because it's hard to see her, but because she's so random. So I really didn't feel the episode really built that up that he had a hard time seeing because it's more like she was very erratic. So I was like, what? Yeah. But whatever. Let's see if she's a monster. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Reminds me of Star Singer. Every goddamn woman is a monster, the princess. Every goddamn character is like freaking Gorgola monster or space monster or something. Every goddamn person you meet is like a monster that can transform. Yeah, every character can transform into a monster. Every goddamn character in Star Singer is like Gorgola monstret. Yeah, and they can transform into the princess is actually petrified and her face is a stone figure or something, like every goddamn time. Yeah, like every human has this. Yeah, like it's obviously pulling up their crystal heart rock thing from them, right? I saw earlier. Yeah, I mean that's really obvious. They're just going around pulling up heart rocks, kind of thing. Crystals, I guess, more like it, but. Yeah, HEL is all like, that's right. How did she survive that though? Who knows? How did she survive her Uno reverse card? Maybe because of all her heart crystals. Got more than one heart maybe. Maybe skipping the opening because there's a lot of credits right now during the first minute here. It's gonna be a longer episode. The Chibi's back! Oh my god! Oh, she's really crunched in that. She's been there all along, man. You're blind, man. Yeah, the camera just happened to be in his blind spot. Yeah. Little Chibi. She's so kawaii though. Goddamn kawaii character. Yeah, it's dangerous. Come on, little girl, it's dangerous, little girls. But she maybe isn't even a little girl because she has she has no memory of who she is, right? She might just be a 55-year-old vampire lady, who knows, right? Yeah, your debut has been, girl, and you failed. Couldn't find the sapphire eye. Yeah, I don't feel that Celeste is a very nice mom. She's like, you failed, little girl. You're a mistake. Yeah, I think she's that kind of mother that's like, you're a mistake. Definitely feel Celeste thing. Not the nicest parent, really. She's kind of a hard, tough love character. Yeah, I will prove you wrong, mom. Here we go. Yeah, this time I will do it. Exactly, it's a showdown, girl. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do it. Yeah, so she's all like, I'm gonna show her she's wrong. Yeah, little girl. Yatta! And she goes into a Chun-Li mode. Very nice. She's even doing the Chun-Li pose even. That was straight up Chun-Li, man. She's even doing the Chun-Li, you know, victory. Yeah, Siesta is completely ignored here. Oh, the cops. Maybe HEL is out eating some hearts. Crystal heart people. Feels like it. Yeah, feels like it's another heart, right? A lot of this heart eating. Jack the Heart Eater, something like that. But it wasn't, again, wasn't the Lysentrope, whatever, wasn't he the Jack the Ripper specifically? He's also doing the exact same thing, I guess, but... So gonna bring the girl with them to talk about murder victims? Yeah, the CHIBI feels like she's too young to go to look at dead bodies. Like they're bringing their daughter to the murder scene, basically. It feels a little bit like, isn't she too young to talk to, you know, oh yeah, isn't this dead mom there? Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Old ladies or so on, but... I mean, certainly not that they're talking to their victims, whatever. I mean, it's like... it's a little bit like, yeah, let's bring a little girl with us. Well, I mean, she wants to be a detective after all, so she wants to be like Siesta Mommy, right? But does this really matter, though? Honestly, I mean, it's like... I don't know how the victim... Is the victim relevant? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying it wrong, I'm just saying, like... I'm just wondering... Because so far it felt like they've just been kind of killing people at random to get their hearts right. Is there like a pattern who they actually are killing? Except, obviously, trying to kill their own enemies. Obviously, HEL doesn't want to kill them because they're her enemies, but... Has there been like a pattern? Why is the daughter the target? Why is her musume? Well, I guess it's like some kind of... Interesting with the paint, the images. It's like kind of... Looks like the... Maybe daughter knew something. I'm just looking at the photos next to her. Yeah, they're good. Look at that, she's did moral support. But look behind her, like, look at that, like, looks like the Olympus or something. Some kind of Greek, maybe her daughter knew something about Asian powers or sorts. I mean, throwing it out there, but it seriously feels like it could be that thing. Honestly, I don't really feel the emotion here. Right, it's like, yeah, it's sad she's dead, but it's a character we've never even seen. And the little girl is like also sad. Yeah, I'm a little bit like I never even seen that character. I don't feel overly like, you know, emotionally attached to a character I've never seen that died. And yeah, but she really felt that. I think it was more interesting what's behind her. It looks like the Olympus thing or some kind of other, you know, pantheon kind of, not pantheon, a bit of that, but it looks like some kind of Greek, you know, Apollos or the Oracle Temple of Delhi or something, you know, something like that. And the other painting looked like, also image, I mean, looked like an excavation site, right? So kind of ancient ruin, yeah. So she's probably some kind of, yeah, I was thinking that the daughter could have been, you know, maybe she's found some secret alien or something in some ruins, right? That's kind of classic idea, right? And that's what she killed her for. Yeah, he'll believe in me, detective. Could I believe I'm the ace? Yeah, so like, let's go home. She's pissed off at him. Yeah, you don't believe in me anymore. Ooh, is this a CHIBI? Yeah, she's... But is she then maybe evil, right? Who knows, right? Not the best ninja. She's very kawaii. Very kawaii, little CHIBI daughter. Very kawaii, man. But I do wonder, though. I don't feel that they're building up her to be evil. It's way too much time spending her being like the daughter. It's way too much, I think, spending time now on her being this cute little daughter, right? Yeah, like, it's basically her dad, but raising her and so on. Like, if she's gonna betray them, be evil, you know, it's gonna be weird, right? Yeah, it's gonna be weird. But maybe she's actually, maybe she isn't evil, but maybe she can still transform. I mean, she might have powers without being evil, I guess. That's also like a possibility. Even though it feels kinda strange, that's the case. Oh yeah, that's what she looked earlier. Give the girl a little present there. See? Dad, he's a good dad, man, he knows stuff. Yeah, seducing the Chibi here. She's gonna fall in love with him too now. Yeah, it's first time a boy ever gave me a present. Yeah, if she betrays him now, it's gonna be really weird, right? Because she's all like, oh yeah, I love it! I love you! Oh, Nishan! The best thing ever! Head patting her! Oh my god. He almost head patted her. Yeah, I'm a cute little geeky girl! You can have this ring. If she's evil, is the ring a trap perhaps? Or that ring is like magical trap, right? You put the ring on and she gets enslaved. I don't think she's evil, but if she is evil, what if she put the ring on him and the ring is like, yeah, it's gonna... What if it's the power? I don't know. But yeah, it's like a wedding now, it's proposing. Kick you all the time. Look at this. Siesta's probably gonna come and see it now. This is gonna look weird, man. He's married to the Chibi. Yeah, no, Siesta's gonna come here and be like, you're cheating on me? With the Chibi? What? Traitor. Luckily for him, no one is there at all. No, the single person is a lake. No one can see a river. I mean, no one can see them proposing to the girl here. Yeah, no one can see it. No, no one is wondering what he's doing with his little character there. Now Cesar probably comes and is like, oh, I see you cheating on me. Now she finally comes and is like, oh, I see you're smashing the Chibi instead. Oh, I see. Yeah, so you're getting on Netterware here. Netterware scene, man. It's almost on girlfriend level of Netterware. Oh, it's just wholesome. It's just wholesome. Come on, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's wholesome. It's just wholesome, yeah. Siesta knows it's wholesome. She's intelligent. She's a very intelligent character. She knows it's wholesome. Come on. She's like, oh, this is adorable. She knows this is adorable. She knows what's up. She leaves now in anger, but come on, she's just teasing him. Yeah. Come on. She knows she's teasing him. He's playing a hard love. But yeah, she got Netterred. Or she goes, you Netterred, man. Married not a woman for her. But yes, Yes is playing very childishly to this arc. Yeah, it's a mystery to me I could cheat on me, right? With the little girl, man. Tell it now then. Okay, sounds really troublesome. Huh. But yes, Testa keeps the Netterred. That's this arc. by a little girl. Oh, this is what? Who's the other woman? It's like a woman in yellow, green? Why is Alicia bleeding everything? What's happening? And how did what? Siesta teleported in front of him. How did she get in before him? What? What? Testa also got there somehow before him. Oh yeah, the Princess Wester. Yeah, okay, so police guy. That explains the clothes. Well, you know, if it's like Alicia did it right. If it's like Alicia is the murderer now, she's the one that caught the cop probably. Yeah, she's like, it's clearly Alicia doing it right. But maybe it's just a no. Maybe she transformed like a werewolf girl, right? Maybe she transformed into her evil self. Maybe she's Hell then. Maybe Alicia's other form is Hell. Maybe she turns into like a murderous little girl. Little Chibi turns into a murderous rampager when she's on night or something. It would make sense if she has two different bodies, right? It's just no. It's like in Buffy. I don't want to spoil, but like in Buffy, you see Buffy, old school Buffy, right? It's a character in Buffy that has two different bodies. It doesn't know, barely knows her other form, basically. Kinda. She kinda knows it eventually, but it's like two different, completely different people, right? Yeah, it changes, even changes gender, so. Yeah, like a gender bender swap there. Yeah, Of course, the ring was a tracking device. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, he's the worst. He's a freaking hen, man. Stalking the Chibis, man. Yeah, stalking Chibis. Oh yeah, that was of course, that's how he knew it. It monitors her health, yeah, of course. It monitors her, what a stalker, man. Put a ring on her, put a ring in her finger, stalker. Stalker ring, man. Yeah, I'm a detective, it's my job. But Siesta seems to know she's evil. She says like, that's the path you wanna take. If you take Siesta knows she's evil, Siesta is all like, Yeah, she's all like, I'm from this dark world of just like darkness and sadness. Like she's experience of being in some kind of weird darkness thing. Like what's that for? Yeah, she's like, oh like, oh yes, the darkness and pain and suffering. It's like, is she from like hell or something? You know, because the girl's named Hell, right? Yeah, like she's from the hell dimension. Yeah, sometimes she actually was born in that last episode, like in the basket thing, in the box. Yeah, like he found her, she's just newborn. Maybe she's actually just only a few weeks old then. She's a really chibi then, very very young girl. Maybe she's only a few days old, right? Maybe she only is 16 for this time. Yeah, put on a tracker ring, what a stalker marriage strategy. Absolutely. Stupid flyer. But yeah, I mean, I felt the ring was a trap to some of them. I was like, maybe the ring is magic, maybe she trap him with the ring, but yeah, you know, he tried to have the ring instead. And now she's gone, right? So she probably turns into a monster when it's night or something. And then her clothes are, or at least some of the clothes. But I feel like Siesta knew it, right? Siesta's like, yes, you really want to do this thing? Really? Like, it really comes like Siesta has figured out that she's transforming, right? But of course, as we have that guy that could, you know, the werewolf guy could turn into a woman, right? He could change gender and so on, so yeah, why not, right? She could be a little monster that transforms if she, you know, gets water on her body or something. But she's probably is hell, right? Yeah, she probably is hell, right? She's probably turned into hell on the night someday. Because hell is Alicia, right? Come on, it's pretty obvious. It has to be it, right? And the more hard she gets, the cuter she gets, yeah. The cuter she gets, the more hard she gets. Yeah, because the police shot her probably, sort of. Yeah, she's the little hell, right? She's a little hellish... The chibi from hell, baby. Well, I mean, yeah, hell has the power, like in Marvel, to throw knives. Yeah. This is a lame power, man. Such a lame power she has in Marvel. Hell, yeah, the knife throwing, yeah. Oh, I can summon knives and swords. Awesome, blade power. Magical blades to throw. Really useless power hell has in Marvel, yeah. She can, like, throw... In the Marvel universe, not in the movie, not in the comics. But in the movie, she has, like... She can summon swords and blades, right? Yeah, it's like, oh my god, what a badass power. It's the most lamest power ever, to be a god. Yeah, I can summon swords. You're like, really? It's not like, you know, Black Clover sword magic. It's more like just... Exactly, at least it's hell, right? Come on, who else could it be? Siesta is like, it's clearly her, you idiot. Why is it rigorous? I don't know, that sounds pretty, yeah, like, of course they have a lead, right? I don't know, it's like, what, they have a leader that's even stronger? I think it's just different personalities, right? She's like changing body. Like I said earlier, it's gonna be like in Buffy, right? He's gonna change body when she turns something. Yeah. Identify girl in a box, man. Like she's like obviously so incredibly sus, right? She's so incredibly suspicious. Like, you just found it to the girl in a box on the street, man. Like, why? This is questionable. Yeah, I can just her chibi power is so strong, man. Her wholesome chibi defense. No, isn't that lie, right? Because she's actually two different people. Come on. No, it's all real. Yeah, exactly. I think it's all real because I think she's different people. Right? She's like a schizophrenic psychopath thing. Yeah, she's kind of morbid, but you know, she's probably... I'm not going to hear it now, little Alicia. Yeah, I mean, it's two different people, right? It's like it's a chibi one, and then there's a murderer one. Yeah, the real me is 17. I'm not that young, you know. I only look young. I'm legal, yeah. There we go. Maybe she's gonna get herself, so maybe she's gonna, like, you know. She clearly hates what her older one is doing, right? So. This is transformer. Maybe they can save her, right? Maybe they can, like, eradicate her evil self inside of her. You're in a lot of trouble. You're a very annoying little girl, yeah. But again, right? It's more like it's an inner demon, literally inside of her. I think Naruto side, you know, she's a cube inside of her, right? She has a hollow inside of her. She's clearly, like, possessed by a monster, right? It's not really talking to the little girl that would help you. It's not really about the little girl, it's more about the demon inside of her. If you can defeat the demon, his strategy is kind of like... Oh, look at this poor little chibi here. She clearly hates herself for being a hellish demon, so... Yeah. Okay. He, of course, if you see the... Oh, and the ring breaks with the ship. Man, there we go. Little psychotic chibi. Yeah. God damn it! She's a psychopathic little chibi. Yeah, stop being so emotional, sidekick. She's clearly some kind of weird monster girl. You have to either purify her or kill her. Like, you have to... Either have to purify her somehow, right? What's the strategy here? Can you, like, remove the demon self of her? Can you, like, remove her evil part? Ooh, a new character? The leader, maybe? The brig leader she mentioned? Oh, he's like... some kind of telekinetic powers or something? I guess so. Yeah, transform, right? So I guess her really is hell or whatever. I guess just no, he's just visible, yeah. The classic evil voice actor. Yeah, that classic evil soul, Johnny. Like that evil voice actor, man. This guy only does evil voices, man. Yeah, oh man. With that super evil voice actor coming in here, he's probably the real leader, right? Was a new ending? No, it's no ending. They're just like doing some kind of credit ending. Okay. And yeah, she still isn't dead, man. She still isn't dead. Episode 8, she's not been her death yet. This is a weird anime. Why do you even call it Detectives That Are Dead? Could you skip over the idol storyline and just not have her be dead? I don't know. So far, Siesta, her death isn't really relevant at all. So, the idol arc, episode 2 to 4, right? But yeah, she was a chibi from hell, man. But it was kind of, it got kind of obvious after a while. The anime isn't that hard to predict, right? I mean, I couldn't call it last week. I did say it last week, there was a possibility, but I was like, oh, this stuff is happening. But certainly, if you watch the episode, halfway through, you're like, well, clearly, Siesta has figured out that this is not this girl. And I mean, even the ending last week, they were like, oh, she can like change her body or something. Oh, I see. And then, you know, it's like, she's at the murder scene. Oh, it's clear she's a murderer. It's just like, but yeah, no ending and no opening, so they really had a lot of information in this episode. Yeah, let's save our Nakama. But I mean, okay, this episode's called their evil organization. Yeah, I guess they're gonna attack the evil people. That might kill Siesta then, to go to the evil place next episode. That actually might kill her. Maybe, right? Now it's gonna be, of course, Butchama. You know, we have Butchama. I'm just gonna do a quick review, of course. Just put the button in here. I started to buffer. Nice when I start to buffer Butchan, of course. We're gonna watch Butchan after this. Obviously, I love that. It's one of my favorite animes, right? Detective is definitely a much better anime now than it was, of course, in the second arc. But I really do love, of course. Some is a great, yeah, I really do love, of course, Butchan and Kurome. I mean, it's really fantastic. But yeah, he's trying to marry the Chibi. That was kind of weird. She's like, marry me. You put the ring on my finger, honey. And then of course, Siesta, as I said, Siesta's gonna come and be like, stop netto-raring me. The poor woman is gonna come in there and be like, why do you netto-rare me every time, sidekick? I thought you loved me, yeah. And then of course, she turns out to be another version of HEL or whatever, right? And eventually she snaps and, you know, it was sad when she was pointing at him and crying, yeah. It was a sad scene, man, when she was all, I'm actually, you know, a nice detective girl. Yeah, this scene was sad, man. She's all crying and like, I will be a detective. And then of course trying to stab him next scene, right? I think the anime has an issue, especially the same thing with the idol girl, right? She was the one that actually, you know, made them get there and so to try to kill them and that stuff, right? Yeah, but she's like, there's a problem in the anime that it isn't actually that, like, obviously I like to make fun and say, you know, I'm also an ace detective and I'm able to figure it out. But, I mean, certainly I'll say the anime is very predictable. For what it is, right? You know, it's not the most predictable anime, all the animes are much more predictable. But given that the anime has this like mystery and like a general detective arc thing going on per story, right? It's like, oh, who could be the murderer kind of thing, yeah. To some extent. It's not like a Conan thing, but it's not that level, it's in that direction, right? And then it's like, well, I mean, I could guess that she was the murderer last episode, right? Like, we all could kind of guess that based on what they said last episode. And then during this episode, I think the anime is good, but it comes off kind of slow-pacey because it's so obvious she's the murderer. It's so clear. And I mean, I kept saying it, of course, it's like a body thing, right? She's like just two different personalities. It's clearly that schizophrenia, you know, the classic, oh, I'm, you know, transforming into this other woman, you know, I'm changing body or someone else takes over my body, right? It was very, very clear this was the storyline, and she was like swapping into another, you know, murderer's character, right? You see it in, you know, other animes and in movies and so on, right? As I mentioned, Buffy the Vampire Slayer had this, the main bad guy. In Buffy, right, you have a main bad guy per season, and then you might have a monster of the week, right? And then you have like the main bad guy. And one season, the main bad guy basically is like swapping between being a woman and a man, and they have two different lives, right? And they can't like find the woman is the evil mastermind, you know, super evil character. They can't find her because like during half the days she's a man, right? And doesn't have the same, like they completely swaps, so doesn't have the same, we call it magical, you know, residue. You can like find her because she doesn't exist, right? During when the man exists, so there's no trace of her, there's no like magical powers to track her or whatever, right? Like she swaps completely, and so whatever, right? It's really classic, I feel. It's just a trope, right? To have that the bad guy has like two completely different personalities or even bodies, right? Because this anime, of course, they have magical powers like the werewolf. So I don't know. I think the anime is a good anime, but it does feel slow paced, right? Because like I'm imagining what's going to happen probably 10 or more minutes before it's going to happen, right? And I think most people probably feel the same thing. It's a good anime, but it does feel slow paced because you cannot figure. It is just so obvious where we're going. It's like it's like the twist is decent, but I've seen it before, right? I've seen the twist before, And the way they build up the twist, I think is fine. But you probably should jump to the twist faster. Maybe, perhaps. I think if it happened faster, it would probably be a little more like shit, she's evil. Like it would be. The problem is probably that there's more than one problem, I guess. But with this specific arc, I think the problem is that they mentioned straight up that she's evil last episode. It wasn't even if they haven't said it last episode, if they haven't mentioned that, if Siesta wasn't like, oh, she's probably the murderer. She said it last week, right? Yeah. If she hadn't said that, and we just we ignored the last in the last episode, and then we just kept going here, and then we see Siesta like, isn't she probably, why is he here? You know what I mean? Then we would figure it out, but it would be obvious at maybe at minute 15, right? Now it was obvious at minute 10, because we actually knew it last episode. So that's a problem, I think. I don't think they should have said it last episode. Yeah, they shouldn't have had it last week. They shouldn't have presented the whole she's probably the lighter and the body health thing. They shouldn't have said it last week. If they hadn't said that, I think the episode would be a lot better. Because now we know. I mean, we knew the whole episode that Siesta was going to be right, that he was going to be evil. And of course, the twist is that she's like two different personalities, right? So of course, the twist there, she's a different personality. But it's still like I say it easily that I think everyone knew, right, that she was the bad girl from the beginning. But yeah, if they never said it last episode, I mean, I'm not saying that they wouldn't be predictable and obvious anyway, but now it was like dead on. Like you told us last week, you told me last episode she's evil. No, it was like unquestionably. The only thing we're doing right now is trying to figure out how she can be this cute little CHIBI and also be pure evil, right? Now we're trying to figure out like how it can be, and I managed to figure that out. Like I also managed to figure out that the heart thing was going to be true, right? That she was going to have the heart from Siesta. So yeah, the anime have tropes. For example, Bunny Senpai also has the heart thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm lost in space here. Bunny, of course, also has the heart storyline, for example, right? So it is not like a new thing at all, and it's more like figuring out where it's gonna go with it, more than actually be surprised by it. So weird, weird thing in that sense. I still like the anime a lot, but it's like, man, if this episode 7 and 8 was one episode, then I think it would be work a lot better, right? Or of course we mean much higher pacing, but at least because of twisting. On the sad part, I got goosebumps when she was crying. That was a good scene when she was crying, though. It was very sad. So, I mean, the emotional delivery was of course better. The emotional delivery is of course better, having like how to say it? Like you have the whole. If you didn't have the emotional delivery of, but basically, if you didn't have the emotional delivery of 2 episodes, her crying there and so on wouldn't be as sad. So that is of course stronger now. Then, like we're having this, more meaning to her betrayal and so on. Yeah, more meaning to her betrayal, definitely. But at the same time, all the twists and so on it's just so. I mean, the more time they spend on this twist, right? The more time they spend on building up that she's evil, the more it's gonna be. Oh, she's evil, right? Like, so that it's definitely kind of a weird thing where the emotional payoff is better because they really built her up as being a friend, and they're gonna go save her, I guess, right? Because they probably can save her somehow, like purify her from the evil guys or whatever. Certainly. But on the same time, it's like... Yeah, on the same time, it's like... But at the same time, it's like, man, it's just so predictable. All the actual twists and turns are just sort of given tropes. So, the emotional payoff is better, but it's also slower, right? So yeah, it's a trade, I guess. If you really like the emotional payoff, then it's better. But I think the problem is that she only been 2 episodes. Maybe if she stays like the current daughter character for 10, I guess I think about it. If it picked her up and then she helped them out, and then we see her next season 3 or whatever, and then she actually is HEL, that would be a much bigger twist, right? She actually had. Like, she was their daughter for like 3-4 seasons, right? And then she betrayed them, whatever. That would be 10 times more meaningful. Now she's like their daughter for 1 episode, and then she betrays them. Yeah, it's almost too fast in the sense for me to really care about it, I suppose. Interesting. I mean, I'm a little bit... like I like it, but I'm also having issues with the anime. Absolutely, yeah. It's like I wanna love it, and I'm like, it's hard to love the anime. I like it, but it's hard to love it. Anyway, over to Butchan. Like, what's called Butchan? Kul med Butchan episode, Butchan coming up for that.